Peace and blessings, everybody. It's Ben. Welcome back to another yoga practice. For today's class, I have 2 blocks, but you do not need anything in particular. We're just going to be flowing and getting into the body. This is a nice class to do in the morning as you're waking up, seeking to create some strength and some energy for your day, or even just for a little energy boost or to prepare you for another kind of workout or movement routine. So we'll go ahead and get started right into downward facing dog. As you get into your down dog as usual, you have a few breaths, a few moments. Have some curiosity, scan into your body, see where you might be able to create a little bit more length. Find some deep breaths. From down dog, take a deep bend into both knees, enough that you can start to look forward. And then using a bit of a springy sensation in the legs, bounce the right foot all the way through to the top of the mat, drop the left knee down, and rise up into Anjaneyasana. Feel free to flip the top of your foot to face down behind you. I like to grab opposite elbows in my low lunges here. The reason is because grabbing opposite elbows helps to open the shoulders, open the front of the chest, and just provide myself with a nice bit of contact with my own body. About 2 more breaths in this first lunge. As you'll notice, I'm kind of naturally swaying forward and back, but I'm trying to move and shift around in a way that's very controlled and mindful. So I'm not just kind of moving or flailing around in any way, trying to mindfully kind of coax some space into the hips. And then from here, this is where grabbing 2 blocks may be helpful if you have them, but no worries if not. Pyramid pose, tuck the back toes under and lift the hips up and back. Try to keep yourself in this long stance if you can. Spine as long as you pull the right hip back in space. Take a full breath in. Exhale out. High crescent pose, rebend into the right knee. Sweep your arms up to the sky into your strong lunging position. And then bring your hands to heart center. Begin to lean out and then rise into warrior 3. You can always use those same blocks under your fingertips or float your hands up to heart center as you lift the left leg as high as you can. Maybe you try to point the toes behind you, pointing the toes to the space that you cannot see. And then slowly bend both knees, guide your left foot forward to chair pose. So soft landing if you can. As you get into chair pose, reach the arms up to the sky. Take an inhale. Bring the hands to your heart on your exhale. Lengthen into halfway lift, so press the hips back, lean the heart forward, and shift the weight toward your toes. Imagine you can slide an index card underneath your heels. We're super long here. Inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Take a moment to relax. You might even grab opposite elbows again here. Let the head drop low, bend into the knees, and keep the weight forward towards the toes. Let the exhales naturally come out. Maybe you sway side to side a few times. Come all the way up to standing. Push the hips forward. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, place both palms down. Step one foot back, then the other. Plank pose. From plank pose, you could move through your vinyasa to bring yourself back to down dog. So maybe you go chaturanga to up dog, or maybe you flow with me with the full push-up, then drop knees and forearms, shift the weight back, then pull through to upward facing dog. And then roll back to downward facing dog. As you get to down dog, take a deep bend into both knees, enough that you can shift the head to face, the eyes to face forward, and then find this bounciness in the legs. Spring your left foot up to the top of the mat, drop the right knee down, sweep your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. If you want, you can grab opposite elbows, but again, try to get the opposite arm on top, so it's probably whichever one feels more awkward. And then we do have a few breaths here, just like last time, so any little shifts, you can do so, but make it mindful. And keep finding the ground with both feet here. Bring your hands down. Option to use 2 blocks or not. For pyramid pose, tuck the toes behind you, hips pull back in space, especially the left hip, feel it pulling back. Parsvottanasana, try to keep the spine somewhat long. Now, a little bit of rounding in the spine will always naturally occur, but see where you can lengthen with intention. And then we'll shift to high crescent pose. Bend into the left knee, arms sweep up to the sky. Go ahead and slide the hands to heart center. Begin to lean out, and then float the right foot off of the mat, warrior 3 rather. Bend into both knees as you guide the right knee and land for Utkatasana, chair pose. From chair pose, inhale. Exhale, slide hands to heart center. Halfway lift. Hips press back behind you as the heart leans forward. Shift the weight toward the toes. Exhale, forward fold. Relax down. Sway side to side. Give yourself 2 breaths. Bend into both knees. Rise up to standing. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms down, step both feet back, and float your way back to down dog. I'm going to do the push-up, followed by dropping knees and forearms, shifting the hips back in space, and then looking forward, pulling forward, upward facing dog. And then back to downward facing dog. All right, let's flow with a little bit more pace. So inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, bounce the right foot to the top of the mat. Drop the knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. This time, exhale, cactus the arms, puff up through the front of the chest. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, pyramid pose, tuck the toes, pull the hips back in space, and fold. Inhale, high crescent lunge, sweep the arms forward. Exhale, hands to heart center, lean out. Inhale to warrior 3, float left foot off of the mat. Exhale, soft landing, left foot top of the mat for chair pose. Inhale, energize the arms to reach up. Exhale, pull palms down to heart center. Inhale to halfway lift. Forward fold as we exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms down, step one foot back, then the other, and flow your way back toward downward facing dog in any way that feels strong and interesting and present for you. From downward facing dog, inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, bounce, step the left foot to the top of the mat and drop the knee down behind you. Inhale, sweep up for Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus, elbows back and down, and puff up the front of your chest. Inhale, arms reach back up to the sky, neutral spine. Exhale, forward fold as the fingertips come down. Maybe you even swing the arms back. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, soft landing of the right foot for chair pose. Inhale, add in the arms. Exhale, palms slide down to your heart. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale, fold down to the earth. Inhale, sweep your energy up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms down, step the feet back, and flow your way back toward downward facing dog. As you get back to down dog, inhale, deeply bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, bounce, step the right foot to the top of the mat, drop the knee down. Inhale, arms up to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus arms, puff up front of chest. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, swing the arms back, pyramid pose. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, hands return to the heart center. Inhale, lean out to warrior three, find your float, your balance. Exhale, guide the left foot in, land for chair pose. Take an inhale in that space, and then exhale, slide hands to heart. Inhale, long spine for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms lift. Exhale, hands lower to your heart to find the center. Inhale, arms sweep back up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold with a little bit of a bend in the knees. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, set the palms down, step back, and take your flow. That will eventually guide your body back into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, let's inhale, take a deep bend into the knees, look forward. Exhale, bounce, step the right foot to the top of the mat, drop the knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands slide to your heart. Inhale, lean out, warrior three. Exhale, plant the left foot, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, add the arms in, and then exhale, slide the hands back to your heart. Inhale, lengthen out for halfway lift. Exhale, release down into your fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, slide your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, lower with grace. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, place the palms down, step the feet back, and flow your way back toward your downward facing dog. Take your sweet time with it. From downward facing dog, deep bend into the knees, look forward, inhale. Exhale, big step to the top of the mat with the left foot. Drop the right knee down behind you. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, pyramid pose, hips pull back. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lean out, warrior three. Exhale, soft landing for chair pose. Inhale, add in the arms. Exhale, hands slide to your heart. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, rise up with the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, place the palms down, step the feet back, and flow. We have one more round of the same movements. Keep it flowing. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, bounce the right foot to the top of the mat, drop the knee down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, cactus open. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to your hearts. Inhale, lean out, warrior three. Exhale, land the left foot softly. Inhale, add the arms for chair pose. Exhale, slide palms to your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands lower down to your heart. Inhale, arms sweep back up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, place the palms down, step back, and flow. Now we're feeling the energy build. Now we're feeling the presence and the activation. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step left foot, top of the mat, drop the knee down. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Pyramid pose, rather. Inhale, arms sweep up, which I guess is a forward fold. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, press yourself forward to warrior three. Exhale, soft landing of the right foot, chair pose. Inhale, add in the arms. Exhale, slide palms to your heart. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms lift. Exhale, hands lower down to your heart. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the palms down, step back, and flow your way back toward downward facing dog. As you get back to downward facing dog, come to the middle of the mat for malasana squat. So you can take a little step forward and then kind of sit back or somewhere around the middle of your mat. Long spine in malasana squat, so try to sit tall and proud. Try to lift your hips a little bit so we're not sinking all the way down to our depths. We're lifting the pelvis up away from the ground, even if it's only by a couple millimeters. Keep the long spine. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, fingertips down, forward fold. Feel free to make it a wide-legged forward fold. So you might even bring your feet outside the edges of your mat. Pigeon toe the feet a little bit so the heels are wider than the toes. And then let yourself kind of drop into the experience of the fold. We'll come up to a standing position. Feel free to bring the feet back toward hips width distance, back onto the mat. And then rise up to standing. As you stand up, roll the shoulders a couple times. Take a little bend into the knees and begin taking some easy twists side to side. You can even let the arms kind of flap against the body. This is meant to be not super structured, where you can naturally let your spine wake up. This is personally one of my favorite additions to my personal morning mobility routine. I have like a 10-minute routine that I do every day when I wake up to get into my joints, and this is something that's a part of that. And you don't need to go as far as you can. It's kind of just like a nice, easy twist. We're not trying to find our ultimate depth, just a twist that feels true, a twist that feels authentic, and a twist that just explores the natural, pre-existing rotational capabilities of the spine. Go ahead and relax. And then try out a balance. So stand and root into the right foot. Float the left knee into the chest. Reach both arms up to the sky. And then work into dancer's pose. So connect the left hand with the left foot or ankle. And then begin to kick, push, and maybe lean forward a little bit. I like to have my right palm facing up to the sky. It makes me feel receptive and open. Take a couple breaths here. Slowly release. See how lightly you can place left foot back down onto your mat. Take a breath. And then switch. Right knee pulls into the body. Arms up to the sky. Keep the left arm up to the sky. Connect right hand to right foot or ankle. And then begin to kick, push, lean, and create some new space. Slowly release. Place your right foot down on the ground. Give yourself a moment. Dancer's pose, round 2. This is the final round. Left knee floats into the chest first, both arms up to the sky, and then drop the left arm, connect with left foot or ankle. Once you find that connection, go ahead and expand. Slowly release. Switch sides. Right knee pulls into the chest, arms up to the sky. Drop the right arm, connect right hand to right foot or ankle, and then go ahead and kick and expand. Release. A couple more balances and then we'll bring it back to the ground. Float the left knee into the chest. This time, twist and connect right hand to outside of left knee, or twist and connect right hand to outside of left foot and start to straighten the leg out in front of you. If you're in the twist, start to look to your left or even look to the space behind you. Try to stand up tall through the crown of the head. Slowly release, as always, seeing how gently you can place left foot back down. Prepare for your other side. Float the right knee in and then twist. Left hand to outside of right knee, or you can start to straighten the leg and bind left hand to outside of right foot. But again, the priority is standing up tall, no matter how much you have to bend into your right knee. Begin to release, placing right foot down with grace. Both feet on the ground. Reach the arms to the sky, inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Crawl yourself out to a downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Take a deep bend into both knees. Look forward. Spring the right foot up to the top of the mat. Warrior 2. Seal the back left heel down and then rise up to your warrior pose. Flip the palms face up, open the shoulders. Find strength. We're going to hold this pose. Finding stability, finding strength here for 20, 19, 18. Notice what's in the mind. 17. We're all being challenged here, but can you find this inner calmness even within the struggle? Now we're at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, on 1, straighten right leg, triangle pose. Try to imagine the head was an extension of the spine, so we're not dropping the head down or anything like that. We're staying open and receptive. We're active in the legs. Bring the left hand down to the mat. Side plank on the left hand. Roll over to the outer edges of the left foot and then shoot the right leg back. We're here for 5, 4, lift through the hips and through your left side body. 3, 2, on 1, release right hand down to the ground. Take your vinyasa or your journey back toward downward facing dog. As we get back to downward facing dog, inhale, lift heels, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, bounce, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Warrior 2 as the right heel seals down. Open up the palms if you like. And we have this hold just like last time. We're only doing 1 round of this. So don't worry about having to do multiple rounds of these kind of obnoxiously long holds in Warrior 2. I promise it's because holding poses for a long amount of time is worthwhile building strength, and not only physically, but mentally and spiritually. We're here for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Amazing job, my friends. 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, your journey toward Trikonasana, triangle posture. Everything opens and expands. Legs are so strong that someone could try to push you over and you wouldn't go anywhere. When you're ready, right hand circles down to the mat. Vashisthasana, side plank on the right hand. Left hand sweeps to the sky. We're here for 5, 4, keep lifting, you got this, for 3, 2, on 1, left hand returns to the mat. Move through your vinyasa or your flow to eventually sweep your energy back toward downward facing dog. 5 breaths in downward facing dog. Find a strong down dog. Bend into the knees. Stick your butt up to the sky. Really find this mountain pose, like your hips are a mountain peak and your feet and your hands are 2 base camps. Slowly bring yourself into a seated position. Relax for a moment. Close your eyes. You can sit on any props or pillows or blocks if you want. Shoulders soften. Eyeballs soften. We'll move into a little meditation to close our practice. So if you'd like to invite in any props or adjust your seat in any way, now is the time. And we'll let ourselves kind of sit in our meditation for just a couple minutes. We'll move through the sensory organs. So I already mentioned relaxing the eyeballs. As you continue to settle into your seat, bring your awareness to the mouth and see if you can relax through the tongue, through the teeth, through the gums. Imagine you could be aware of the space in between the teeth, even no matter how tiny that space is, we're aware of it. Awareness into the nostrils. Can you relax the inside of your nose? Let the air flow in and out naturally without resistance. Bring your awareness to the ears. Notice what sounds you hear, and imagine you could relax the eardrums, relax the whole inside of the ears. Letting the sounds just exist without attachment or without preference. Then once again, you allow the eyeballs to sink a little bit deeper into the eye sockets. Feel the breath flow like an easy river. Let your breath breathe you, so release effort out of the breath. Let the breath breathe you. Tap into a little bit more inner stillness and bring your awareness to the third eye center. This is the home of the observer, the seer, that which sees. The home of the divine essence of each of us. The home of the Atman, the soul element. As we prepare to close our practice, we'll set an intention to live from this place of the seer, the observer, instead of being stuck in our thoughts and in our actions and in our circumstances. We allow ourselves to take a step back and observe things with a little bit less attachment and a little bit more compassion. And in this way, what we're seeking to do is move forward with our actions, our thoughts, our words, acting from our highest self, acting from our truest self, instead of just acting from the fluctuations of the mind. Reminding ourselves that all we can do is our best, and our best changes based on the day, based on our circumstances. Remembering to be kind to ourselves on our spiritual journey, because it might take lifetimes until we reach the destination that we are seeking. We'll bring the palms into a prayer position. Lift thumbs up to the third eye center. And we'll close with a bow forward, bowing to all beings in all times and spaces. Thank you, my friends, for joining today. It's always a blessing to share space, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.